a couple of reasons that I love The Studio on Apple TV with Seth Rogen is that, one, it's funny and fun. That's important. But two, also, it feels like this movie is being told properly using cinematic language, if that makes sense. Like, for example, if you look at a lot of comedies, you don't get the feeling that they're treating it with like the same amount of cinematography, or there isn't a debate about which lens to use. It feels like that kind of stuff is more reserved for Daniel Day-Lewis films or Christopher Nolan or Paul Thomas Anderson. But this feels like it's actually like they've been given the good cameras, at the studio, or they've been giving an actual cinematographer. And I heard Seth Rogen mention this on a podcast, actually, that he thought that telling a comedy with cinematic language like that, like the tools and the philosophy and the visual aesthetics, if it's been done not enough. So that's one of the things I love about it. And I'm about halfway through the series because only 5 episodes have come out at the time of this taping. But the second episode is, I think, all done in one shot, and it's amazing. It starts out with them on the camera on the hood of the car somehow, and then they lift it off. And if you just watch it, it reminds me of all the one-take movies, that there've been, like Russian Ark, amazing. Victoria, German film, amazing. There are others, like the opening scene from The Player with Tim Robbins, I think, is all one shot. That one's like maybe 20 minutes, I want to say. But to take that sort of aesthetic perspective and apply it to a comedy, it's refreshing. And I think it's just fun. I don't think it's comes off as pretentious or anything. It's it's handheld. It's a lot of it's not like things that are being, where they're not filming the master and then the coverage. It's like they're just going with it. I can't even. I'd love to know what type of preparation goes into this. Like the series, like how much they have to rehearse the shots, especially in the second episode. Like that's one of my favorites. The first one was my favorite because I thought, oh, this is so new and refreshing. Compared to like Severance, which was heavy. It seems like everything's heavy nowadays. I always think of like Jim Morrison in Doors when he goes, "Doesn't anybody remember laughter?" We've kind of been through some stuff in the last 10 years that have kind of clamped down on comedies, raunch comedies, I guess. I don't know, just people trying to make movies to get people to laugh. It seems like that's kind of been pushed to the back. So he has like that good quality, I think, Seth Rogen. He has the ability to just make people laugh. But when it's done also in this kind of way where you get to see what it seems like it is to make movies or be in that business from like the studio perspective, it's all very fun. And to combine that with the way that they're shooting it is it's just really nice to watch, and I get excited about it. I will say that when we got to episodes 4 and 5, it's kind of dipping a little bit for me, just because we're building a relationship between ourselves and the characters, which is important, but it's not quite as fun. I think it's done well. It came out hot, super interesting, very into it, and now it's kind of dipped a little bit. So I'm hoping that the last 5 episodes, because I think there are 10, will sort of just pull us out of the dip. We'll see. I don't know. But so far, I would say very good. I don't know what I would rank the first 5 episodes out of 10 stars. Maybe like a 7.2. You got to see the really big scores for film. Breaking Bad is like, I would say the first half of Breaking Bad is a 7.2 also, but then the last of it's like 8.5, which is really, I don't hand out 8 point somethings lightly here. So I would give The Studio probably like a 7.2.